Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Bloom Outdoors. If you guys checked out some of the very first videos I made, I did the headlights and taillights on this truck. I have the Anzo taillights and the Alpha X Pro series headlights. And today we kind of got a little upgrade here. So you can kind of maybe see from the boxes, we've got Morimoto tails and Alpha X headlights. Kind of gonna be making some changes here. Basically, I bought Morimoto taillights for the truck, sent them out to a guy and got them custom painted. Same things with the headlights. The guy did the headlights and taillights. I think this video will probably just be the headlight install because it'll probably be too much for one full video. So we're probably just gonna be doing the taillights for this video. So also, I know when I did these, when I originally did the taillights, you guys kind of criticized me in the comments saying I messed it up, which as you can tell, based off the fitment here, I'm pretty sure I did mess it up. There's supposed to be some grommets in here on the top and bottom that when you pull off the taillight, then you're supposed to take off the taillight and put them on the new one and slide them in. I didn't know that. And I already sold the other taillights, so I went ahead and just ordered those grommets. So hopefully these new ones won't have any issues with fitment like these. As you can see, our huge gap here, basically get my finger in there and it just does not fit very well. But I think that's mostly my fault because I didn't take off the grommets. So I have new ones of those, so hopefully these will fit fine. But kind of first things first, we'll just go ahead and open up the taillights, see what they look like, make sure nothing's broken or anything, and yeah, hopefully they match pretty well. Oh yeah, that looks pretty sweet. If you guys can see that or not, I'll show it to you in a minute. All right guys, so here is what they look like. They look pretty good in my opinion. So it is the Morimoto taillights, like I said, so you have the weird like optical illusion going on with the brake light and everything. Basically he just painted the whole entire thing, the outside part here, in here. I forget if he painted this or smoked this out, the reflector, one of the two. I think it's painted. It looks very similar on camera. It shows up a lot brighter than what it does in person, but it does look like that is painted. It does look a little dirty. That's just kind of from the box and all that. I'll leave the guy's info down below in the description. His name was Prolete Retros. He did the painting for headlights and taillights. But yeah, so as I can tell, as of right now, they look pretty good. They're a little dirty and stuff just from being in the box. Paint looks pretty good. One little mark right there, but it's, other than that, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't know, they look pretty sweet. Guess we're just gonna kind of install them and make sure they work. And pretty much we'll just have to give it time to make sure that no moisture builds up in these or anything. He did seal it and stuff on the back, but just to make sure there's no moisture buildup or anything like that. The cost of these taillights, I want to say they were $580, but it has been like a month or so since I bought them. Been with him for about a month, getting them painted and all that. I want to say they were $580, and then I think to paint everything was $600, so it would have been like $300 for taillights, $300 for headlights, or maybe like $250 for tails, $350 for heads, I'm not sure. But it was $600 altogether. But yeah, so to take these old ones off should be pretty easy. It's just bolt here and here, and then you've got the clip here and here, which you just pull out. And it won't be hard to take these out because we don't have the grommets in there. So should be pretty easy, just kind of taking these two screws or bolts out, pulling the old one out, and we will have the resistor thing back in here, so I'll have to peel that off the metal in there. And then the specific ones like this are meant for the 15 to 17 body style, and then if you want it for your 18 to 20 body style, you have to select it. I think it's an upcharge, but then they send you the wiring harness for it, which I have in the truck that'll have to connect to here. All right guys, there we go. That really wasn't that bad. Just had to unclip this, just like as if you're putting it in pretty much. As you can see, these were pretty easy to take out because there's no grommets or anything in there. So actually this one and the bottom is still in place. So that was pretty much held in there, but it was this top one right here that's not there. So I did buy the top and bottoms just because I wasn't sure which one was not in there. You can see the little black piece right there. That's the grommet I'm talking about. And that one's not in there. So hopefully with that in there, then the new ones should fit a lot better. And then the resistors that were on the back, those just had this tape on it. So just had to unpry that with either your fingers or tool or whatever it is you're using to get that off. So now that those are off, I think we're pretty much good for the install. I'm probably gonna clean out the back of here because you can kind of see it's pretty dirty. So I'm gonna go ahead, kind of clean that off because the wiring for the new ones has the same concept with these resistors and everything. So I'll clean that off so we can get the new resistors stuck in there. Okay, so I got that wiped off back in there. And then here is the parts that the part I was missing, that little grommet I was telling you guys about. It does look like bottom one is still in there, as I just showed you, but the top one is out. So here is the top one. I think we put it into the actual taillight itself, and then we've also got the wiring harness here. So we'll get the wiring harness, and yeah, so it looks like this one just has one resistor, and I'm not really sure where it goes. Looks like you're supposed to use self-tapping screws. There's no tape on the back of it, so I'm not quite sure where this is supposed to go. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure, but I do have some tape, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tape them on to the back there. The other one's held fine with tape, so I'm just gonna throw some tape on the back of this and hope that it works fine. These should be color for color, I'd assume. So gray into gray, black into black, gray into gray, black into black, and then this should be the wiring that hooks up to the truck. So it'll plug into the regular spot. This guy should go right onto here to the top. There we go. Just pop that grommet on there like that. Grab some tape for this and then get this plugged in, and I think we should be good. All right, there we go. Tape applied to the back, so we should hopefully be good with that. I hope. I don't know. Kind of sits flush with it, so hopefully we're fine there. Don't really have a good camera view for you guys, so just kind of roll with me. So this should get plugged into here, like that. Go ahead. Pull the red off the back of here. Stick that on. And hopefully that won't fall off. If it does, I'll probably hear it. Now, everything should be hooked up, so we'll go ahead and make sure it works. Hit the unlock button, and it's gonna look like that. You can see the lines on the side there, and then this would be the actual back. That's brakes, I'd assume. That's locking it. Turned on. Hit the blinker quick, make sure that works. Blinker works. And just to show you guys for comparison, let me hit the key again. So this is what this one looks like. And when you look at it straight on, you get this weird effect going on. It's pretty cool. And then you've got the side things. And then this one, just like that. You guys have seen this one a million times, if you watch my channel at least. And then, yep, here's what the new ones look like. So, looks like everything works. We're just gonna go ahead and throw the taillight in. So as you can see, I got this grommet put on the upper clip thingy, whatever you want to call that. So that should sit into this hole. The bottom one is still here, so that'll go into here. And then there's a pin right up here that will slide into this for alignment. And then just the screws go in. So throw this in and hopefully it fits. Quick issue. I'm not sure if they originally came like this or if it was the guy that painted them. I'll show you guys here. This resistor, I believe it is. You see there's some tape on the back of there. But when you look at it like this, you can't really tell, I guess. But anyways, this should be sitting flush because you can see where those screws go. How that resistor sits higher than those screws. So this is actually hitting this right here and I can't slide it in right. So I'm gonna have to peel this thing off and hopefully we don't break nothing. But you can see there's a gap further down in there. So I'm just gonna try and pull it off and then shove it further down in there. Hopefully we don't have no issues with that. Oh crap, that's really stuck on there. Okay, looks like we got it. Now I'm not sure what's up with this resistor, if it's supposed to go there or not. I'm just gonna kind of see where else it would fit. If it'll fit right here. Because it did not fit in that spot. Okay, it's not in all the way, but just as you can tell, it actually fits now. That looks really good. Paint matched on there, that shouldn't be stuck on there. Static electricity. Paint might be just a hair off, but all in all, it's pretty much the same thing. You can see this might be just a tad lighter. It's really hard to tell though, because of the angles and everything, and plus I don't have good lighting in here. Like if you guys remember when I just did emblems a little bit ago, it looked like they were a little lighter in here until I took them outside and they matched spot on. So it might be the same for the taillights. It's really hard to tell, but they might be just a hair lighter. It's really hard to tell, but when you look at it like from here to here, it looks the same, but like here to there, it looks a little different. But yeah, I don't really know. It might just be the weird angles, because then when you go down here, it looks similar. So it's hard to tell. But anyways, the spot where that resistor is at should work now. But I'm gonna pull that taillight out and make sure this resistor is on all the way. Because I just kind of lightly set it on there, just to make sure it would fit. All right, hopefully we should be good with that. Try this one more time. Line the bottom up. Line the top up, line that up, and like that. We should pretty much be in. Now everything should just click into place. Get these screws put in. All right, so that is how they look. They look super good, I think at least. There is a few imperfections in them and you can kind of see in a few spots, but all in all, they look super good. Now that you see it like that, the lights. Yeah, that's what they look like. Do have a gap here. I think it's because I over tightened this. Let me loosen that because it fit fine before till I tightened it a bunch. All right, so I went ahead and got this side done too, as you can see. I put the grommet in up here. As you can tell, it actually fits. It is still like a hair loose, but it's definitely a lot better than how it was before. I don't know if it was an issue with Morimoto or if I just put them in wrong, but when I tried to slide them in, the little tab right here on this one and that one both broke off. You can see it laying on the ground right there. But both of those broke off. I don't know why. I'm not sure if I slid it in wrong or if Morimoto just has their clip just a little bit off to where it won't slide in right. I didn't even try to break it off. I just tried to slide it in and it was just a hair off and it snapped it right off. So that was kind of weird, but all in all, this side is pretty good. When you do have the DZ Tailgate Assist, you're gonna have to loosen this bolt right here. This is actually my second Tailgate Assist because I broke the first one trying to take the taillight off another time, and I tried to undo these little black pieces on here, whatever you wanna call that, and pretty much it just broke the thing and it wouldn't latch onto the ball. So if you need to access the taillight and get to this bottom bolt right here, just loosen that and then you can slide this thing forward like that. As you could tell, I tested these lights out, they work. I still feel like fitment is just a little weird. Like there's just kind of a little bit bigger gap here and then it gets tighter and then it kind of sinks in right there. I'm not sure, I don't really remember exactly what the stock ones are like. This gap kind of seems fine. It almost looks a little too big all the way around, but I really don't remember what the stock ones were like, so I really have no idea. The bottom looks fine. This side was also a little bit weird for me. As you can see, it's tight and it's in here. It is a little weird right up here too. It kind of sinks in a little. This gap is just a little bit large too, and then it almost looks like it fits here, but the gap is too big here. I put the grommet in there. It doesn't push around, like it does a little, but nothing compared to what it did. I did have to leave this bolt just a little bit loose because otherwise when I tighten it all the way, it will like push this out and this gap gets a lot bigger. But even with it like one turn loose, you can still see it's tight in there. It's not going anywhere, so that should be fine. Tailgate should close just fine and everything, because yeah, we should be good there. If you really want, I guess you could add another washer in there. I just don't care enough to do that. But yeah, all in all, looks pretty good. Somebody might ask the question, but no, these are not for sale. My neighbor actually has a 2020 F-150 and he wants to buy these off me along with the headlights, which you guys will see go on in the next video. So neither these taillights or the headlights I currently have on will be for sale because it's gonna go on his truck. But yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. Like I said, the guy that did it, his name is Prolete Retros. He's the one that did it. You guys can contact him if you'd like. There was a couple other companies I was looking at to do them as well, but this guy was cheaper and it would be faster time and it's the same kind of work, so like that the other guys do. So all in all, seemed fine to me and it looks pretty good in my opinion. Yeah, so with the coloring, this side actually looks like it matches up better. It looks off on camera for some reason, but it definitely looks a lot closer on this side versus this side because the way the lighting is, this appears darker than this. But yeah, all in all, it looks good. Yeah, I don't know, it's weird, like, doesn't line up perfectly. I don't know if that's just from the way I'm putting them in. I don't know, taillights should not be this hard to put in. Lining them all up, putting grommets in, all this crap. It should just be push it in, pull it out, 2 bolts on the side. But yeah, I don't know. They look pretty good. Turn them on again for you guys. So yeah, that is what they look like. Yeah, they look pretty cool. I think they look good. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about these taillights. I think they look super good. especially with that blacked out reflector or painted reflector. I forget what I told him to do. I think it looks painted because there's no bulb behind it. But all in all, looks good. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much gonna be it for this video. If you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that, drop a comment down below, let me know. But other than that, thanks for watching another video of Bloom Outdoors. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.